I can sort of see that one standing at the gates of something really interesting here. And the first order of business is to try and figure out how you can get one of these things built. I mean, it's very straightforward what you want. Very simple, very easy to do, but it still takes time.
It still takes time.
And I would have to, you see, you've inspired me into thinking this is a good idea, but I would have to inspire a student into doing this. There isn't anybody sitting waiting for a job. You know what I'm saying? I'd have to find someone who can see why they should do this for me.
Well,
I'm not paying them, so I've got to make them feel like this.
I have been working on a fundraising letter. Okay? This was last week's draft. Look.
It'd be great if you could get some seed money to get something into shape, to make a preliminary proposal.
Well,
you see, in the site-specific built world, what they do is they issue a request for qualification. What that does, an RFQ identifies the kind of artists that they're looking for, and then they make a short list, and then they provide an RFP, which is a request for proposal, which you get paid for, just to make a proposal to do a project. And if you win it, then you get the whole project. But because everybody knows that just like working out the project is where the real work is.
Yeah, I want to follow your methodology. I want to issue an RFQ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To get people who might be interested in doing this.
Right.
The proposal is to do a project that can be done within 10 hours.
Yeah.
That can be done within.
Yeah, that's right. It wouldn't take long to do that.
How much should I pay per hour for
a student?
For a student.
$15 an hour.
I'll pay $15 an hour for 10 hours work.
Yeah.
And I want an RFQ.
Mm-hmm.
And then
it's like $150. I mean, but maybe
for the $150, if they get selected,
yeah,
the RFP will be anybody who gets selected would get $150 if they build it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And I've got the money.
Okay. All right.
I'll pay $150 for 10 hours work. All you got to do is submit it to SketchUp Pro, and you get the $150, and you get the credit.
Okay. Yeah.
And you get first dibs
of being on the team.
On being on the team and building the mind for the whole world.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So
any coaching on how to write an RFQ, or you know how to do that. You do it all the time.
Yeah. I could.
Could you do that?
Well, I've got to take a look at the people that I'm working with this year. It's in my immediate constituency of the people that are in my class.
But
that's my
really,
if I had to go outside of that,
you can go anywhere.
I could go outside of that, but I'd have to make an announcement. That's right.
Let's do it on the sub. Let's do it like Bertolucci. No, he's the bad guy.
The Italian guy.
Bertolucci.
Oh, Brunelleschi.
Brunelleschi, not Berlusconi.
No.
Brunelleschi. Do it very quietly with 2 or 3 people.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've just got to find someone who's. I've got a student last night, funnily enough, who was showing me, how excited he is about SketchUp Pro.
Joe, I've got an opportunity here for.
I know what to say. It's just I'm just telling you where what's accessible to me right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a couple of students who could probably do this. It all depends on what else they're doing, whether they're up to their eyeballs, because we're at the final month before exams.
No.
So this is like one of the worst times.
What they can do in 10 hours or less.
I know. That's right. Yeah.
10 hours or less.
That's right. Yeah.
And. Anything they submit gets $150.
So basically, the qualification is like, can you make a Rubik's cube?
It's a 5.
Can you make a 5 by 5 by 5 cube of cells?
One
if you can make one, you can make
in a configuration of 8 5 by 5
cube
with the 57th Street and 5th Avenue.
Now that's getting you made it more complicated. When you're saying
with an
No, like you've got five going that way, 5 going that way, right? And in the corners you've got
you got one road going this way. You got one road going that way.
That's what I need to know. I need to know what we're doing. You know, very clearly. That's the bit that's got to be really clear.
And I'm prepared to come.
It's possible that one. You know, yeah, because I think you could get it.
I'll come meet with these people.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that you could do that too. Yeah, but you got to get it. You need like a little roadmap for them. You need like a schematic.
This is a roadmap.
Well, a schematic, like like a the one there. You know, about that distance from the with a bit of gap like that. You know, you need to kind of like.
I have
draw it out, like and it's the first.
I have available expertise that would actually know how to build a schematic.
Yeah, right. We see a schematic is where everything starts. I tell everybody when I'm telling painters, I tell them make a schematic. If you've got your scheme, you can make the big one. So spend your time getting that scheme right.
I call mine a schema.
Well, yeah. Well, this is a schema here. But
That's a mock-up. The schema you want is...
but we want a blueprint for that schema.
A blueprint for that mock-up. This is what the
that's right. Exactly. Yeah, and someone could follow.
And then, just so I have the words right, we can... we're going to simplify the RFQ to pick whoever's available.
Yeah, sure.
That
Yeah.
That might consider...
Can do it
and wants to do it.
Yeah.
All I want is someone who gets excited about this.
Yeah, well, somebody who can do it and wants to do it, and because I need to know what okay, we've got the buildings, that's clear. Now, and we've got 2 floors. We got the floor separating the basement, and then we've got the floor separating the dome. What do we see on those squares? Where do the lines go?
Yeah.
How many of them? Where are they?
Yeah. And then
get a bit of graph paper and just like draw it out.
And we want to do something not for June or May, something that they can do. They can spend some time like a charrette.
Like a weekend.
It's a charrette.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do the best you can.
Yeah. Sure. Right. Okay. So if you get a piece of graph paper, and just lay out the scheme of like a bird's eye view of it. And you just say and then you
do they have access? I have plenty of documentation, and I'll get a scheme, and I'll get a sketch, and I'll get a blueprint.
That's it, yeah.
And I'll get everything I can.
Yeah.
Do they have SketchUp Pro 2017? I do.
You can borrow it, online. You can download a trial version for 15 days.
Well, I've got it permanently.
30 days,
I've got it permanently.
I'm just thinking of buying it, funnily enough, actually.
But I have a version.
You do. So what does that mean? Somebody can use your key and open it.
I'm not sure how many people can use it, but I have one user case.
I see, but it all lives online, doesn't it?
Well, I own it, and it's online.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So whoever's doing this could just use that.
It would be best probably for the people to come to my house, and I'll turn over everything.
Okay. All right. So you got that there too. You could do that.
Having them come to my house, where I've got everything.
Right.
And everything I don't have, I can get.
Yeah. Okay.
When should I shoot for a time? Well, I'm away the 17th for a week.
Well, I'll have to.
But I'm available between today.
I can. No, I'll have to write to a couple. I'll have to get a conversation going with a couple of them. I'm not due to see till next week, but I could put a call out to them, ask them if they could do this. I could roughly describe it to them. The 2 in 1 class. The other class I've got is on Wednesday night, and they're freshman students. But
that's fine.
But they're very smart.
And younger,
yeah,
poorer,
yeah,
eager, less experienced is the best.
I've got one who's actually right now trying to do a site-specific piece based on the circus. You know the circus graph that the genetics use. It's a sort of circular. You have it divides up like that across, showing the different nodes on the periphery, and it's very colourful, and it's for doing genetic engineering. Circos. It's a circos.
Have you heard? I don't know it. You know the magic circle?
Magic circle.
You've got to know about the magic circle.
Hang on. One of them.
Wow.
Any kind
Has
of
a kaleidoscopic quality.
well, it does. Any kind of data that you input in it goes on the periphery. You know, and you've got all these interconnections, you know, that are possible.
Yeah. Well, that's the next level.
Yeah, this is for screening, for genetic screening to find out, you know, what genes are talking to what genes. That's another big deal.
Well,
Each genome, one genome can be described like that. The genome of
sure, come around here and take a picture of what he's showing us.
This is sound morphology, but like for example, there's an algae that they sequence the gene of an algae, single-celled organism.
Yeah.
And it looks like it looks like this, and it has it's the algorithm for creating synthetic silica that filters out bacteria in water. And it's what algae use as a beautiful structure.
And this will document one genome?
Yeah. You can document one genome, you know, using these circus data visualization graphs. Look, that's what's that?
Let's set a date. Let's consider sometime on Friday for a meeting. Is there any time?
Anyway, this is a student who she wants to use this because she's actually studying statistics, and I showed you this is a much more interesting way of dealing with data than your normal, you know, stack.
It took me 3 courses in statistics to get an A. Same course.
Wow. So
do you have any time on Friday?
Friday? No, I'm back in Connecticut on Friday. I'm doing an exhibition in Connecticut.
When's your next time? Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday is my time. But I can, yeah, in terms of
and
being
your students
physically available. Yeah, students. You know, I'm going to see her on Wednesday night, and I can introduce this to her. But these kids are so loaded with stuff.
I know they're loaded.
You know, it's very difficult to actually get them to sort of like turn on a dime.
Can they get? I can
especially at exam time.
Yeah.
You see.
But I'm dealing with students at Harvard. All times are busy. There's no time.
Yeah, but I mean, at the moment, I don't. I mean, last night I had a student who's using SketchUp, and he was able to. And he didn't know it at all, but he was able to create this structure. He's a graphic design student.
Let's focus.
He would be good.
Let's focus on him.
Yeah, let's focus on him because I don't know. Like right now, I don't know anybody else using SketchUp. I'd have to go find them.
Let's focus on him only.
Okay.
And I'll adjust my time to what he's available.
Okay.
And let's just focus on one person. I only need one. I don't need the best. I need something.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
What's his name?
Hugh. I can't pronounce his second name. It's Korean.
Good. Korean is best. They're great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's very focused.
Yeah.
And he's very polite. You know, he's contained.
Well,
so he'd be good. Yeah, he would be good if I can get him.
Try to get him.
I'll try and get him.
And I'm flexible. I will adjust to meet him.
Because at the moment he's in this interesting place where he needs to get some expertise with SketchUp because he's enjoying it, and it might be an interesting challenge for him.
And he could try Manhattan as well as the abstract, the abstract version and the simple version.
Yeah, that's right. That's
the complex and the simple.
Yeah, yeah.
There are already abstracts of Google SketchUp of 57.
He did a nice thing last night. He made this model of these three-dimensional letters.
Yeah.
And then he pulled up a photograph of the room that they've got to go in, and he was able, in SketchUp Pro, was able to sort of like locate the model in the right perspective so that it looked like it was on the table.
He's a winner.
Yeah. I'll ask you.
Let's not scour the internet. Let's try him.
All right.
And try as hard as we can and be flexible as we can.